Hey YouTubers, welcome back to Platform 21. Welcome back to my 00 layout. You can probably see straight away there's been some work done on it. So beginning of the year I did a little 009 layout, little micro layout, spent some time doing that, finished it, and that's been on the shelf ever since, and then I've been obsessed with this again. So come see what I've done. First and foremost, the main upgrade is I've wired all the track up. Now please forgive the mess of that wiring right now. I'm not an electrician. I learned everything here that I did on YouTube, off of YouTube videos, watching other people that know what they're doing, and it's yeah, everything's working. So I have 100% of the track. It's the last video I didn't have all the track yet. I have 100% of all the track. I also purchased Cobalt digital IP point motors and installed that on all 11 in the end, just 11 points throughout my entire layout. And these, I took this idea from Charlie at Chadwick. These turned out to be the best and easiest way to wire up all the bus wires plus all the drop wires into all the way around my layout. So everything works. I've tested it rigorously everywhere. Everything works. I just physically haven't gotten to the point where I can go back under here and then tidy it all up. I do need to shorten a lot of wires, and that's going to involve clipping and resoldering and bits and stuff pieces. Look, it's going to be a lot of work. I'm not afraid of doing it. It's just I'm having so much fun doing other things. So let me show you. Right, here we go. Here is the sidings and entrance to Maidstone West train station. The most amount of points on the layout is in this little section here. Every single piece of track and every single point I have manually, physically soldered dropper wires to every single piece. So I am not relying on any fish plates to conduct electricity. So everything has its own feed. That's my personal choice. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to minimize dropouts through faulty fish plates, build up of oxide, etc, etc, etc. Nothing's ever going to be perfect, but that's what I did. That was a long process, but I think it's going to be totally worth it in the long run. The digital point motors from Cobalt, they link straight to the NCE power cab that I use, and with a push of a button, if I get the number right here, easy as that. Simple, easy. 3 wires into the point motor itself, all linked. They're electrofrog points, these, so that goes to the electrofrog port on the point motor and then straight into the bus wire. It was like overwhelming to start with, but you know, I took a lot of inspiration and a lot of learning from a lot of people that posted about it already. I'm not claiming that I know anything about this, but looking back, it was pretty simple. So they are fantastic, love them to death. They make that little noise. If you can hear that or not, I don't know. I'm using earphones to record this one instead of just the phone microphone. But do you know what? That doesn't matter. That's not a bad thing. I don't think. I can hear that they're working when I press the buttons. So perfect. So point motors and dropper wires on every single piece of track, all the way around my layout. Let me show you next what I did with the fiddle yard. So I spoke about the amount of EMUs that I run. I love electrical multiple units. That's what I'm all about. That is what my bread and butter is. I wanted a fiddle yard so that I can keep most of these on the track at all times, pretty much, because taking them on and off is a pain in the backside. So I changed my plan. So originally I had the fiddle yard coming in from this end of the layout and kind of coming around, and I changed it. I thought, why? So what I did was one of the sidings that comes from Maidstone West here, so we've got one that just runs out to the back and it's dead. This one comes all the way around and runs into my 4-track fiddle yard with a scenic break in between the main line and in the fiddle yard. So as you can see, 4 lines on the 2 longer ones, obviously running from the furthest point. I can fit 2 4 cars, and The other two will be a 4-car, and 2-car and a 2-car. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, potentially 8. 6 4-cars and 2 2-cars can fit in my fiddle yard. Pretty happy with that. That still leaves me a couple, so I've got one on the layout at the moment, and there's one that's not, that's still in a box at the moment. And oh man, there's still a few coming on pre-order and stuff, so I'm going to have a few more, but so eventually I am going to have to just chop and change them. It'll probably be the Hornby ones, because the connections are a lot easier to take on and off, so they just clip in and clip out, whereas the Bachmann ones, very difficult, very difficult. The bars clip in and they break your fingernails, and oh, it's just, yeah, until they're loose. I've got, like, one set is very, very loose. This set, very, very, very loose, and they're very good, very easy to take on and off. But there we go. And addition, here we go. Let me introduce you to. I wanted to get a 2-howl. Here we go. Here is a 2-howl. So I did manage to find on eBay at a very, very reasonable price. And you know me, I love a bargain. Here is my Hornby 2-howl, joined my 1960s era. Fantastic, eh? She is an absolute beauty. So once I finished the electrics, I could not wait to get started with the scenics. I ordered a few back scenes and then just got to work. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll be able to follow this, well, over the last few months, follow this a bit more closely. Like all the polystyrene bedding and bits and pieces as I build it all up and layered it down. This is not completely finished yet. I've got a couple more layers that I'm still adding. I'm also building up, this is from a hanging basket that I'm putting to pieces to make some foliage. So we're going to carry on with that. This stretch at the back here is the full scenic side. It's going to be, it's loosely based on between Allington Sidings and Aylesford along the Medway Valley line. Ballast I'm going to do last. I'm going to build up all the scenics so then I can lay the ballast on you know, on top of the edges and that. I personally believe that's the best way to do the ballast. Do the ballast last. There's going to be some electrical boxes and bits and pieces which link to Allington Sidings here. Here is, let me introduce you to my Class 59. This is the Hornby Railroad version. I've recently purchased an airbrush as well, so I've been doing a lot of weathering on my logos. This one has had a particular dusting to make it more of a workhorse rather than, you know, a shiny little model. And haven't gotten around to the 7 JHA hoppers yet. These are the latest Dapol ones, so I couldn't resist getting those, so I put an order in and got those. Fantastic. They're weighty, but they are fantastic. The quality of them, superb, absolutely superb. So that's as far as we got with the scenics around the scenic section at the moment. So Allington Sidings still yet to build. One thing I've noticed with my layout is storage. So I'm gonna have, like, I've got some boxes, don't get me wrong, and then I intend to keep these in like good sturdy boxes underneath the layout. When I build some shelving, it's just all rubbish at the moment. But yeah, I think that's oh, there's my new Class 33, by the way, by Hellion in the Dutch. Engineer's train, engineer's rake. Now building up, love that. That's fantastic. Okay, here is a YouTube special. So I'm going to show you guys something that I haven't posted on my Instagram or Threads or any other social media. I don't know, whatever video site that my Instagram's links to. So here is an exclusive just for YouTube. There you go. There's the term I want, an exclusive. I'm going to show you the woodworking, the start of the woodworking that I've got for the scenic section of the train stations. So here we go. So this is Maidstone Barracks in front of you right here. This is all scratch built. So this is none of this is bought over shop. I've scratch built all this. So we've got 1100mm of train station to fit the 4-car EMUs. Here's Maidstone Barracks. And then we've got the base, the woodworking base, I want to say, for the scenics for Maidstone West. So this side will be coming out of the tunnel as if you're leaving from Maidstone West, coming northbound, heading north towards us. There's like a Matalan on the left hand side up the top here, and there's a couple of older houses here with the flats, and on the other side there's the Booktool flats. We've got London Road across the tunnel, across the bridge there. The points to cross between the two main lines on this side, and then the point directly under the bridge there comes out. Let's go over the other side. From the station. So there's one ring road. I don't know what the technical term would be, but there's three lines through Maidstone. So there's the down line on that side, on now that we're looking at the north side, the down line, the up line to stop at the station, and this one is just the run through. So there we go. The start of the woodwork build, the tunnel build. It's not a tunnel, it's just a bridge. It's a tiny tunnel. Exclusively for you YouTube watchers. There she is. And then back round to where it all started, in the sidings. And there we go. That is the current progress, current situation of where my layout, my 00 layout is sitting. That's what she looks like. That's how she is. And let me tell you, I'm having a lot of fun doing it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that, and yeah, just check out for any shorts or Instagram reels if you go onto Instagram, and I'll just post loads of running stuff and that, nothing too technical. Just having a lot of fun. There's Q1 sitting there. Oh, there she is. She's got to have an appearance, hasn't she? Oh, here we go. Here's a bit more weathering. This Hornby Railroad Class 66. She was the sound one. I did a video on it. I've ripped all that out. All that gubbins went into this EMU, I'm afraid. So the speaker and all that. That's now just a coach. I've taken everything out of it. It's just a coach. It just pulls. I put it behind this 73. When I do some present day stuff. Oh yeah, I'm doing some present day stuff now, by the way. So I forgot to mention that. That's all thanks to Accurascale, because they've done the ElectroStar announcement. So I pre-ordered one of those, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna have to have some. I am gonna have to have some present day stuff to run now. I'm gonna have to do a present day era. Not only that, we've got a Javelin as well. So we've got the Hornby Railroad. It is a railroad, don't get me wrong. It's got traction tyres, and look at all the detail on the basic. The logo's lovely, don't get me wrong. The little Rail 200. It is a lovely looking EMU. It is a really lovely looking EMU. So imagine that. Imagine that Javelin running with the ElectroStar from Accurascale. That's what the future holds. But we've got another year to wait for that, guys. We've got another year. It'll be worth the wait. It will be worth the wait. Anyway, I've got some big pre-orders going to come real soon. So I'll do some more videos when I've got some newer locos to show. Some really cool stuff to show off. All right. Take care, guys. See you really soon. Bye-bye.